guys, did you know that you can make your own bread flour at home very simply by just adding one simple extra ingredient? Let me show you how to do it. So let's start first by talking for just a minute about what bread flour is. Some recipes call for all-purpose flour, some recipes call for self-rising, some recipes call for bread flour. All-purpose flour is just a general flour for all purposes. Self-rising has some of the leavening agents like baking soda or baking powder mixed into it. And bread flour is a flour that has added protein to it because the extra protein helps to connect the glutens and gives the bread more stability so that it gets a better rise and it won't collapse so soon in the process. You'll just get a softer product in the end that has a better rise. So it's literally just flour with extra protein added to it. It can cost quite a bit more than regular flour. It can be harder to find sometimes. So what do you do if your recipe calls for bread flour and you don't have any or you can't get any? Is there a way you can make your own? And you can very easily. All you need is Vital Wheat gluten. You can buy this at the store. You can order it. It comes from flour. It's literally gluten from flour, the protein that is found in flour. Of course, if you can't eat gluten, don't use it. But this is what makes bread flour. So what you're gonna do is get you some of this, vacuum seal it in some jars. A big bag of it is not that expensive and it will literally last forever. You will go through it before it will ever go bad on you. So all it takes is 1 tablespoon of this per 2 cups of flour, or a half a tablespoon per 1 cup of flour. So for example, if your recipe calls for 4 cups of bread flour, you would put 4 cups of regular flour and 2 tablespoons of the gluten, and then you have bread flour. And it's that easy. I know sometimes we think we want something, so complicated that we can feel real special that we know how to do it. But literally all it is buying some wheat gluten, put it on the shelf, vacuum seal it if you want. Even if you don't, it's gonna be good for years and years. Especially if you put it in a glass jar with a tight lid. And anytime you have a bread recipe, or anytime, honestly, you can add this even to recipes that don't call for bread flour, and it will give you a softer product with a better rise in the end. So that's how you do it. Remember, a half a tablespoon per cup of flour. So that means a whole tablespoon per 2 cups, or 2 whole tablespoons per 4 cups. You do the math, but it's that easy. That's all you have to do to make bread flour yourself. And you can put this on the shelf so that you can have it whenever you need it. It's that easy. I have not bought bread flour in ages. And even if you're using other flours like spelt or inkhorn, you can add this to it and it will help. You can get healthier grains in the bread, barley, all those other things that don't rise well, but you can give it a little bit of a better rise by adding a little bit of this to it. Now again, if you have issues with gluten, don't use it because it is pure gluten. But if you don't have an issue with gluten, this is what's used to turn flour into bread flour.